This is a micro-learning environmental design prepared as part of the requirements of ED403, and it was prepared by Tilisi Bryce. The course that is used to demonstrate this micro LED is the university-wide course UU114, English for Academic Purposes. It's not a content course, but a course that is aimed at equipping students with academic skills in their writing, speaking, reading, and listening. The course is offered in various modes, in print, on online, and in the face-to-face mode. But for the purposes of this micro LED, it is envisaged as a lesson that is offered in the face-to-face mode and in a tutorial session. The tutorial session normally lasts an hour and 50 minutes. The UU114 course is a course that is offered in the first year of university study and is offered in both semesters, in semester 1 and semester 2. The topic for this micro LED is planning to write a discussion essay. How do you plan to write a discussion essay? A discussion essay is a type of essay that examines two sides or two sets of ideas that are opposite each other on a particular issue. So students will be taught how to plan, looking at one side of the issue and then examining the opposing arguments on the opposite side. The learning outcomes, there are 3 learning outcomes, and it is envisaged that by the end of the lesson, students should be able first to recognize what discussion essay topics or questions look like. Secondly, students should be able to identify the features of a discussion essay. And then thirdly, by the end of the lesson, students should be able to construct a discussion essay plan. And for this micro LED, we will only be looking at the first 7 steps of a 15-step design, which UU114 uses to teach academic writing. In terms of the teaching plan, first I will introduce the topic with a brief explanation of what a discussion essay topic or question looks like. The emphasis will be on looking at language signals in a topic or in a question, and students will be taught to look at words that are opposite each other. For example, what are the advantages and disadvantages of migration? What are the benefits and drawbacks of studying abroad? So students will first be enabled to look for these words that stand opposite each other, and will be given topics like you see the examples below. I would like it known that for the purpose of this micro teaching, LED, the full 15 steps plan is what is taught in UU114, but for the purpose of this micro LED, we will only be looking at the first 7 steps. And as you can see, there are these 7 steps. Students will be enabled to learn to understand the question, then learn how to create a proposition out of that, turn the proposition to a question, learn how to brainstorm, learn how to categorize those ideas from their brainstorming, and then order the ideas from the brainstorming, and then learn to write a thesis statement. In class, it is planned that students will be working in small groups of about 3 students to a group to practice and apply the 7 steps we have just looked at. And they will be working on a specific topic, which you can see here and the topic is to discuss the benefits and drawbacks of using technology in education. I chose this particular topic because I think it's pertinent to students' experiences here at USB, and they should be able to draw a lot on their own personal experiences and share ideas with their friends. The plan is for the teacher to teach one step at a time of the 7 steps, and after teaching a particular step, this will be followed by a learning activity in which the students in their small groups will engage in. Here you can see there is a learning activity for step 1, and students will be encouraged to talk, to discuss, and to work together, to collaborate in fulfilling this activity. The next slide shows a learning activity for trying to understand what a proposition is. And again, after teaching the elements of a proposition and using some examples in class, students will go back to their small groups and apply what they have learned about what a proposition is to the statements that are given. This learning followed by an activity will apply to each of the 7 steps. But in step 4, which is the brainstorming step, students will be expected to start talking or brainstorming on the topic in class, but they will also be directed to share their ideas on Moodle, and this Moodle activity will be part of their assessment. This has been said before, during the group work, the teacher will be circulating the room, checking and commenting on students' work. At the end of the step 7, it's envisaged that each group will be able to demonstrate a draft plan of using the first 7 steps on how to write a discussion essay topic. The assessment, I've decided that I'll only be using formative assessment, and it's worth 20 marks. And these 20 marks come from the students' engagement on Moodle in their sharing of their ideas and suggestions. They will also be required to watch video, for which they are given a worksheet to complete, to fill in from what they are watching on the video. The purpose of the video is simply to reinforce what has been learned in class, that students will be able to separate ideas into categories, particularly into opposing categories, and be able to list them side by side using the what has been taught in class. And then finally, there is a plan. The students will be required to write a 7-step plan on one of the 2 topics that you can see on the slides. It is expected that students should be able to show all the elements, all the features that had been taught on how to write a discussion essay. Here is the scoring rubric, and it's designed for a total mark of 20, and the elements to be examined will be how well they are able to structure the plan, the ideas, how relevant they are to the topic, and those are given in 3 categories: for excellence, work that is satisfactory, and work that is limited. Also showing on this rubric will be their what they have achieved for their Moodle engagement, as well as for the exercise on the video. Here are the resources that I have used to put together this micro LED. And then lastly, this is the worksheet that students will be required to use to complete while watching the video. Thank you very much, and that is the end of this small presentation on my micro learning environmental design.